Hey guys, welcome to Side by Sideology. We got a cool, interesting little instructional video here for you today, but we thought first we'd take time to introduce ourselves and to show you what we got going on. So let's get it. Why don't you introduce yourself, bud?
Hey guys, my name's Ethan. A little bit about my rides. I've got a 2018 YXZ. It's just a regular 1000R, clutch, shifter, all that good stuff. That one's a 2012 YFZ, just a standard carburetor 450. The side by side, I've changed the bumper out on it. Of course, it's got a rigid light bars, salt mirrors, I think a Super ATV windshield. It's dirty, but got the Pro Armor harnesses, the rig gear bags, the salt switch panel. That's Yamaha's sound system for it and whatnot. It's got a Wheeler Racing exhaust, smog delete. That's a Hess Motorsports radiator relocation. Other than that, it's got 29-inch big horns and a heavier flywheel. Helps out with the clutch a little bit than just a couple things here and there. But yep, that's my stuff.
All right, Trav, introduce yourself, bud.
My name's Travis. Driving 2019 Can-Am X3 base model.
Let's go show them.
All right. Got the 19 base model, red and black, not the orange and black, as everyone says. X-Prite lower doors, X-Prite mirrors, upper lower windows, light bars, 30-inch carnivores. Got a Gibson exhaust, some harnesses, just the normal X3 things.
What's up guys, Isaac Fleming. I have the same machine but in a different color. 2019 base X3 with almost the same modifications because we hang out a little bit too much. Putting X-Spirit mirrors on right now. I got factory Can-Am retractable harnesses, few lights on the inside, Swamp Donkey audio system. I'm actually thinking about changing that out right now because it's got no bass and it's a little weak. 5-foot whip lights. I went with the HMF slip-on muffler delete pipe, but that's actually the reason for the video today is because I'm not very happy with that. So we're going to dig into that more later. So stay tuned. Okay guys, so our project today is going to be to make our own shocker pipe. Because if you're like me, you really want a shocker pipe, but you don't want to spend $750 on one. You know, I'm pretty sure we're all in agreement there. So what we done was we got another stock head pipe just to make it easier about modifying this one, and that way if something does happen, I haven't ruined my factory head pipe. So I would suggest that if you go this route, that would be a good option for you to do. I picked this one up for $100 at my local Can-Am dealer. This kit, we'll leave a link to that. I got it off Amazon. We'll leave a link to that down below. It was about $59. And it comes with a Y pipe, of course, and the electronically controlled butterfly baffle. It's actually on a button to control the baffle, which I'm thinking about looking in the hard wiring to a switch. We'll see where that goes and see if that's an option. But it comes with it's actually a pretty good kit. It comes with all the seals, a good clamp, good looking spare tip, and then all the hard wire and wiring. Step one of this project is we're going to cut the catalytic converter out of the head pipe. So we measured it out and it needs to be cut just on the inside of the factory welds on both sides of the converter. That's actually a little bit shorter than what it needs to be, but we figured if we cut it a little bit shorter, you know, we can go back and cut some off. But if you cut it too long, you know, we run. So let's get to work. Alright, hey guys, so we've made all of our cuts. We cut our converter out of our head pipe. So we go ahead and get rid of that, take that to the scrapyard, whatever we're going to do. Now, we made sure to mark everything and all of our angles are correct for the back and the front of the stock head pipe. And we also measured the stock head pipe before we did any cutting. And we used the flange, the inside of the flange, and whatever this metal bracket is right here. And if you can see, it's just shy of 13 inches. It's like 12 inches, 7/8, something like that. So that's about what we've done. And keep in mind too, guys, is that when your muffler or slip-on, whatever goes on back here, you know, you've got a little bit of play because it's just held on with springs back here, so it don't have to be perfect. What you want to worry about is your angles of the way your head pipe comes out of the turbo, and then the way you're going to angle this Y pipe onto that. You know, you want to keep that in mind, whether you want it kicked out like that. I'm going for straight down. That's going to allow us to hide the baffle under the engine, hopefully keeping it dry. So what we're going to do right now is, sorry we don't have a table or a better setup, this is what we got for now. But we're just going to go ahead and tack everything up, front and back like that. Ethan here's going to help me get that going. We'll put you on a time-lapse video and let you see that.
Alright, so we got the head pipe welded together. You can see the difference between this one. This to my right, this is turbo flange, and it sits in the machine at a similar angle to what we have here. And the electric motor for our guillotine valve is going to come in here, and when we looked at it on the machine, that's going to hide it in a pocket on the engine that will keep it away from dirt, debris, water, what have you. But you can see the major thing for this, or major reason for this shot, is you can see the difference of what we done. So now, come over to the machine. You can get, let me see the camera. You can see where the factory head pipe runs. It comes, well, maybe you can't because it's dark, but anyway, you get the idea of it. And this one,
oh, Travis got us a light.
Yeah.
oh, we're moving up in the world.
Oh,
We're figuring the camera stuff out. But you can see the head pipe, the way it runs, the O2 sensor up on top, coming back to the spring flange that Isaac referenced earlier for the muffler and the tip. And here's the kind of the idea of how that one's going to run. And the guillotine valve for the cutout is going to be right into here.
Get the guillotine valve, Travis. Let's show them what we're talking about.
Yeah.
What do we do with it?
It's a. Well, we've lost all of our parts here.
Intermission.
No, we never had it out. It's probably in the box.
Oh, look here, we put it back where it went. So, as we were saying, as you can see, this valve right here through the stem that actually opens and closes the butterfly valve, that's a place for water and dirt and debris to get into. Also back here on the electrical pigtail, even though it's booted. So we didn't want to turn it up this way, up that way. We wanted to keep it kind of horizontal to the machine. So with that all sitting in there, it's going to set something like such, which will kind of keep it. You can see the machine's a little bit dirty, but you can tell in there stays somewhat clean and whatnot. So we felt like that was the better place to put this. So yeah, we're going to, I guess, start tearing this down and try to get that in there and see how bad we messed up. Just real quick, what we're getting ready to do, we're going to start pulling the factory stuff out. Right here's just a quick little what tools you might need. It's a common 10mm, 8mm, 5/16 for the clamps, 7/16 or 11mm for the band clamp around the turbo. I've got just some cordless stuff here, some ratchets, just whatever we may need. We're going to take off this rear section plastic around the exhaust and what have you to help pull all that out. Isaac's decided to get rid of the heat shield altogether. So you have to take it off, or at least a big majority of it off, to change this anyway. We're just not gonna put it back on. Inside the machine on these Can-Ams, there's a plastic cover you can take off. You can see
It just pops right off.
it just pulls off, no hardware, but it comes in. You can see the turbo real well. There's the clamp.
Yeah.
And just take that clamp loose and a couple bolts, and this all will pretty well fall out. But we're gonna get set up and set a video up of us doing it. We'll talk some more when we get it apart. Alright, so this is the pile of parts we've taken off this thing. You can see a couple heat shields, the O2 sensor. I took it out of the factory pipe. Any O2 sensor you change on whatever vehicle, you always want to make sure to put a good anti-seize on the threads. I'm pretty partial to the copper. It's a high temp, works really well for things I do. Also, he had a donut gasket. It's just an exhaust gasket. It'll go on this end of the pipe. It just slides on. You can see these bell type joints. That gasket just fills that up, and then it's just a springs that hold it together. Then on the machine, you can see what we've taken off. It's rear cover. The tip bolted here. The one heat shield come right here, bolted there and there. The other heat shield, one clamp went around this U-shaped bracket right there, and then the V-band clamp and another gasket on the back of the turbo. And that's pretty well it. We're gonna go ahead and get this installed, and we'll do another talk and show what we done, how it works, and then we'll get a finished product video. So stay tuned. All right, guys, so here's our finished product. You can see, followed the frame pretty well. The tip worked out great. The guillotine valve, the solenoid electric motor for it, see it's tucked up there nice, pretty nice and neat, out of the way. And then we just done the factory install on the muffler, the head pipe and what, but it looks good, sounds good. Fired up, I show them. Sweet.
Factory muffler, and then it's a considerable difference, as you can hear. Alright guys, I hope you liked the video. I had a lot of fun doing it. I know they did. Hope you had a lot of fun watching. And I hope you come back. We're going to have a lot more content coming up. So make sure you subscribe and hit that like button down below. Thanks guys.
Thank you.